30,000 feet, 9,000 meters. That is the distance between you and the ground. But right now, the real distance is between life and death. You are in free fall through the pitch black night of the Middle East sky. The air at this altitude is thin and cold, minus 50 degrees Celsius. It cuts through your thermal layers, stabbing into your marrow like thousands of icy needles. The wind screaming outside your helmet sounds like the wailing of trapped souls. Your breath echoes heavily inside your oxygen mask. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. It sounds more like a machine than a human being. Below your feet, through the faint green glow of your night vision goggles, lies enemy territory. A tiny dot on a military map, but tonight it is the place that will decide your fate. You are not a superhero from a Marvel movie. You do not have heroic background music. You only have gravity dragging you down to hell at 120 miles per hour. In this moment, suspended between heaven and earth, a question suddenly flashes in your mind, clearer than ever before. Why are you here? Why does a young man with a future, with a family, choose to throw himself into this cold darkness instead of sleeping in a warm bed next to his wife? The answer is not here. The answer lies 6 years ago. On the wind-swept beaches of Coronado, where the human part of you began to be killed off, piece by piece. The memory hits you like a punch to the face. The salty taste of the Pacific Ocean floods your nose. Not the cold of 30,000 feet, but the bone-chilling cold of 15-degree seawater at 3 in the morning. You are lying there, on the wet sand, along with 150 other men, all shivering, grinding their teeth to keep from screaming. Welcome to BUD/S, Basic Underwater Demolition/SEAL Training, or more accurately, the slaughterhouse of dreams. Instructors scream in your face, hulking men in blue t-shirts and cold black sunglasses. They do not see you as human. To them, you are just trash. You are a weakness that must be purged to protect the elite nature of the fleet. Roll into the water, roll onto the shore, roll into the water, roll onto the shore. Your skin grinds against the wet sand until it is raw, red, and burning like acid was thrown on it. They call it a sugar cookie, a sweet name for a brutal punishment. Your body screams for it to stop. Your lungs burn like fire. But the scariest thing is not the physical pain. The scariest thing is the shiny brass bell hanging right at the compound gate. You just have to stand up, walk over there, and ring it 3 times. Ding, ding, ding. All the pain will stop immediately. You will get a hot shower. You will get pizza. You will get a good night's sleep. And most importantly, you will get to go home. You look to your side. A massive guy, muscles rippling, the one you thought would be the greatest warrior, is crying like a baby. He stands up. He walks toward the bell. The ringing sound echoes. That sound is not music. It is the sound of failure. It is the sound of cowardice being legitimized. He leaves the line, leaving his green helmet alone on the sand. You feel the temptation. It is as sweet as the devil's whisper. Why endure this? Why soak in cold water until your junk shrinks to the size of a peanut? Why carry a 100-pound log running on soft sand until your shoulders are swollen and bleeding? Because you want that pin, the golden trident, the symbol of power, of strength, of belonging to an elite class, completely separate from the obedient sheep out there. You tell yourself, the only easy day was yesterday, but that is a lie. There are no easy days. There are only days where you become more callous. Hell Week passes like a never-ending nightmare. 5.5 days, 4 hours of sleep total. Hallucinations start to kick in. You see sea monsters crawling onto the shore. You see your mother calling your name from beneath the waves. You sleep while running. You eat while standing, hands covered in mud and shit. Your dignity is stripped away. No more shame, no more ego, only the most primal survival instinct remains. And then, when the sun rises on Friday, you realize something terrifying. You do not feel the cold anymore. You do not feel the pain anymore. A part of you has died. The weak part, the human part, the part that felt sorry for itself was killed right there on Coronado Beach. In its place is a block of cold steel, ruthless and absolute discipline. You look in the mirror in the bathroom after graduation. The eyes in the mirror stare back at you, empty, soulless, like the eyes of a great white shark. You made it. You have the Trident pin pinned to your chest. People look at you with admiration. Your family is proud. Your girlfriend hugs you tight. They call you a hero. But they do not know the price you paid. They do not know that to wear that eagle clutching a trident, you had to sell your soul to the god of war. But that was just the beginning. Getting the pin was just like buying an admission ticket to the bloodiest theme park on the planet. Now you are an official SEAL. You are assigned to a team, and you are about to taste the true flavor of what they call cleanup work. First deployment, Iraq, Ramadi, the place known as the meat grinder. The first time you step out of the armored Humvee, the 45-degree desert heat slaps you in the face, along with the smell of burning trash and the pungent stench of sewage. Your heart pounds in your chest, not from fear, but from excitement. This is it. This is where you belong. The M4 rifle in your hands feels light and fits like an extension of your body. You scan the ruined rows of houses. Any window could be a sniper's nest. Any pile of trash could be an IED ready to shred your body. Contact, 12 o'clock. The team leader's scream rings out, and the world explodes. Chaos erupts. Bullets snap past your head like angry hornets. Dirt kicks up into your eyes. You don't think. You don't hesitate. Your body moves on its own, a product of thousands of hours of muscle memory drilled into you until it became instinct. You raise your rifle. You see a silhouette in a window, holding an AK-47. The red dot of your sight settles on his chest. Squeeze. Recoil. The silhouette drops. And just like that, you've taken a life. You expect to feel guilt. You expect to vomit, but you don't. Instead, you feel a surge of electricity that no drug on earth can match. It is the rawest, purest form of power. For a split second, you were God. You decided who lived and who died. And when the dust settles, when the adrenaline fades, you realize something terrifying. You liked it. You want to do it again. Welcome to the addiction. They don't tell you about the come down in the recruitment pamphlets. They don't tell you what happens when the deployment ends and you have to go back to civilian life. You return to San Diego, to the sunny beaches and the smiling faces, but you are not there. Your body is walking through a Walmart, pushing a shopping cart, but your mind is still in the dusty streets of Ramadi. You stand in the cereal aisle, staring at 50 different types of sugary flakes. A lady next to you is complaining on the phone that they are out of almond milk. She is angry, she is stressed, and you just want to scream. You want to grab her by the shoulders and shake her. Do you know what I just saw? Do you know that 3 days ago I was picking pieces of my friend out of a burning Humvee? But you say nothing, you just stare. The silence of your house is deafening. You lie in bed next to your wife, staring at the ceiling fan spinning round and round like helicopter blades. She tries to touch you, but you flinch. You are physically present, but emotionally, you are a million miles away. You start to resent them, the civilians, the sheep. They sleep soundly under the blanket of freedom that you provide, and they question the manner in which you provide it. You need to go back. The sandbox calls to you. It is the only place that makes sense, the only place where the rules are simple. Kill or be killed. And that is when you decide that being a regular SEAL is not enough. You want to be the tip of the spear. You want to be the best of the best. You put in your packet for Green Team, screening for DevGru, SEAL Team 6. If BUD/S was about testing your heart, Green Team is about testing your perfection. The physical torture is gone. Now it is mental. They put you in a kill house, live rounds, real bullets. They put targets inches away from your teammates' heads. Don't miss, the instructor says calmly. You move through rooms like a wraith. Double tap, headshot, transition, flashbang, clear. You learn to shoot faster than you can think. You learn to process information in milliseconds. You become a surgeon of violence, a scalpel in the dark. You make the cut. You are now Tier 1. You are a ghost. Your life changes again. You don't exist on paper anymore. Your missions are not on the news. They are whispers in the intelligence community. You hunt high-value targets. The names you see on CNN, you are the one who visits them at 2 a.m. But the higher you climb, the lonelier it gets. Your circle shrinks. The guys from your old team, they don't understand you anymore. Your wife? She stopped asking where you are going a long time ago. She knows you can't tell her. She just looks at you with sad eyes, wondering when the knock on the door will come. 2 officers in dress blues. The ultimate bad news. You start to live for the pager, for the call. When the phone rings, you come alive. When it's silent, you are just waiting to die. You are a weapon that doesn't know how to be a tool anymore. You sit in briefing rooms with men who have beards and tattoos. Men who speak a language of violence that only you understand. They are your family now. Blood is thicker than water, but shared trauma is thicker than blood. And then comes the night. The night that brings us back to the beginning. The night of the jump. 2 minutes, the jump master signals. You stand up in the back of the plane. The ramp opens. The howling wind rushes in. The darkness below is absolute. You check your altimeter. You check your oxygen. You look at the man next to you. His eyes are focused.
Breaking news.
Ready. You give him a fist bump. Green light. Go, go, go. You step off the ramp. The parachute deploys. A sharp tug jerks your spine, and suddenly, the roaring wind vanishes. Silence. Absolute, heavy silence. You drift down like a black feather into the enemy's backyard. Your boots touch the dirt. You detach the chute, bury it, and raise your weapon. The green glow of your night vision turns the world into a ghostly, two-tone reality. You are no longer falling, you are hunting. The target compound is 500 meters north. Your team moves as one organism. No words are spoken, hand signals, a tap on the shoulder. You stack up on the breach point. The heavy wooden door looks impenetrable to a civilian, But to you, it is just matchsticks waiting to be broken. Breacher up. Charge set. 3, 2, 1. Boom! The explosion sucks the air out of your lungs for a fraction of a second. Dust and splinters fly. You flow into the room. Left clear, right clear. The lasers dance on the walls. The suppressed shots sound like firm hand claps. Foot, foot, foot. Bodies drop before they even know they are dead. This is what you train for. This is the symphony of violence, and you are the conductor. You move to the second floor. The objective is hard drives, intel, the stuff that justifies the budget. But war is chaotic. War does not care about your training. A door cracks open at the end of the hallway. A muzzle flash blinds your night vision. You feel the heat of a bullet snap past your ear. But the man behind you, your swim buddy, the guy who dragged you through Hell Week, the godfather of your daughter, he isn't so lucky. A wet thud. He hits the floor. Man down! Man down! The medic rushes forward. You eliminate the threat with 2 precise shots to the chest and 1 to the head. You turn back. There is blood everywhere. It looks black under the green light of the goggles. Your friend is gasping, drowning in his own fluids. His eyes find yours. He looks scared. For the first time in 6 years, you see the fear of a child in the eyes of a warrior. And here is the moment that defines who you have become. A normal human would freeze. A normal human would cry. But you check your watch. You have 4 minutes before the extraction bird arrives. The mission comes first. The intel comes first. You put a hand on his shoulder. You squeeze it once. Not as a comfort, but as a goodbye. Then you stand up. You step over his dying body. You step over the blood of your brother to get to a laptop on a desk. You secure the objective. You bag it. You tag it. By the time you turn back, the medic is shaking his head. The body bag is being zipped up. The sound of that zipper is louder than any explosion. Zip. That is the sound of a life ending. That is the sound of a father never coming home. The helicopter ride back is silent. You sit next to the body bag. Your boots are resting against it. You feel the vibration of the rotor blades shaking the dead weight of your friend. You look out the open ramp at the horizon. The sun is starting to rise. A beautiful golden sunrise over a land of death. Back at base, the debrief is cold and clinical. Target secured, 1 KIA. Just letters on a slide. Just statistics for the suits in Washington to analyze. You go to the showers. You turn the water on as hot as it can go. You scrub your hands. You scrub until your skin is raw. You watch the water swirl down the drain, tinged with pink. It isn't your blood. It never is. You look in the mirror one last time. The steam fogs up the glass, blurring your reflection. And for a second, you are glad. You don't want to see the person staring back, because you know the truth now. The training didn't just make you a soldier. It made you a machine. It stripped away the part of you that could love, the part of you that could grieve, and replaced it with efficiency. You walk back to your bunk. Your phone is on the pillow. 1 missed call from your wife. You stare at it. You should call her. You should tell her you are safe. You should tell her you love her. But you don't. You can't. Because the man she loves died on that beach in Coronado years ago. The thing holding the phone is just a ghost wearing his skin. You put the phone down. You lie on the cot. You close your eyes. And you wait for the next ring. You wait for the next mission. Because war is the only place where you don't have to pretend to be human. War doesn't determine who is right, only who is left.